While we look towards leadership to enact deep and meaningful change within our university, our students are the ones who hold the true power to drive that change. And many of them are actively collaborating with fellow students and faculty to bring about that change.
You know, you've been a student here, you've been a staff member here, you've seen the university go through a lot of challenges. How do we help the University of Iowa through this challenging period of time on campus?
There's often this conventional wisdom to start from the top, and kind of that the top will trickle down in some capacity. I am of a notion of it's a trickle-up approach to activism. Dean Spade coined that term, trickle-up approach to activism. It comes from transliberation. And specifically, I think about a way to transform an institution is thinking about how this, like what we think of as hierarchy, whoever is at the bottom of that, it's really thinking about how those individuals can truly activate together, engage with coalition and coalescing, and the ways that they can engage with building that power from the bottom to the top.
I'm from the Quad Cities. It has a pretty well-sized Muslim community. So I'm Muslim, and the community there is a pretty tight-knit one, which is why I joined MSA, stands for the Muslim Student Association. So it's a pretty small group of Muslim students, and basically a lot of things that we do is host events to try to keep the community, Muslim community of Iowa City together. And so far, we've done an amazing job.
At Iowa, the students of color at this university, I think, really do, have a sense of community. I think that even if there are less efforts than we'd like to see, I think that there are definitely efforts to create a community within the students themselves. There are leaders who, want their fellow students to feel this sense of family, and I think that people definitely do their best to make that happen, without administration help or with, but I think that even without, there are definitely efforts within the student body to create these senses of unity and, family.
I am so proud that we have a student advisory group, and that student advisory group kicks off, and it's led by our student reps. And so it's student by student led, and then that becomes a funnel of information directly into our DEI committee that is coming from the voices of students who are saying, you're missing the boat, you need to do this better.
Although there is a lot that we need to be getting done, we're not just sitting around. I do think that there have been people who are stepping up and trying to make change, and I do believe that we can come to a point where real change is being made slowly and surely in the future. So, and I think this, things like this, where we have a platform where it gives people a chance to have their voices being heard, is a wonderful step to be taking. So,
the success of this university is driven by the success of its students, making their voice the most powerful on our campus.